Hey everyone, it is great to be here with you all today. I just wanted to come and share with you a little bit of information because I know a lot of you have been wondering, when are we going to get back together? When are we going to move from this phase of at-home worship and finally get to see one another in person? I've gotten a lot of questions like, when is the church going to reopen? And so what I wanted to do is come to you today and just share a little bit of information about what's going on, the plans that are in the works. I'm really excited for what's coming next. Your leadership here at Christ Community, the board of directors, along with the staff, we've all been working really hard to come up with some plans that will allow us to get back together in some way, get to see each other in some way, get to share some time of worship together as we work through the phases that we are under just here in Washington State with everything that's going on. And also just following some guidelines and some processes just to be prudent, recognizing that we have a diverse group. We have a diverse group of people who are in all different places, all different comfort levels with stuff that's going on, and just wanting to make sure that whatever we do for worship meets the needs of as many people in our community as we possibly can. We've put a lot of plans together. We've had a lot of conversations, and just one thing I want to share with you right up front. Please know that all of the plans that we have, it's like a battle plan. They're written in pencil because we know that the minute we put some plans together, things change. In fact, right from the moment when we had our last meeting and had things kind of all put together, the rules changed and they got better for us. But it means that we are being flexible as we move through this time to make sure that we can do what we can safely and prudently. So the question is, when is the church going to reopen? And what I want to share with you this morning and actually encourage you with today is the fact that the church has never been closed. We have never closed down. We have been working right from day one, from the moment the world kind of shut down. We have been working from that moment as a church to roll out ways to connect together, to worship together, to celebrate together. The church has never closed its doors. We may not be able to gather in person up to this point. For 2.5 months, we've been worshiping from our homes, but we have never closed down. The gospel continues to go out. Jesus is still at work. I love what Greg Finke says when he says Jesus is on the loose, because even in this time, Jesus is still on the loose, moving through our communities. I've heard amazing stories of people who are connecting with people that they maybe have never had the opportunity to even talk to, and we've had people joining our worship services and checking out our material online who have never come through the doors of our church. And this is really exciting to me because it means that even in our times when we feel like worship isn't happening the way we would like, the gospel message is still getting out there and Jesus is still moving. So I hope that that excites you because it excites me. But now to get to the information, I know that you're very interested in hearing. When do we get back together? Like I said, the leadership of Christ Community has been working hard on a plan, and we feel like it's really important to convey to you that this is not my plan. This is not any one individual's plan, but this is a decision that is reached in communication together with the leadership of Christ Community Church. This is the plan that we have developed as a group together that we feel best fits the needs. And one of the first things that we did in our conversations is we talked about how do we want to proceed, especially in light of restrictions in Washington State. I know that a lot of people are of differing opinions on the rules and the restrictions and the guidelines that are put down by the governor of Washington. But as an institution in this state, we believe that we have an obligation to follow the rules as they apply to us. And that is one thing that the board agreed to right in the beginning, is that we are going to do what we can under the rules and restrictions of Washington State. And so with that in mind, we have kept a close eye on the various phases of reopening and have crafted some worship opportunities that we can do underneath those restrictions and guidelines. And the first one that's coming out is this Sunday on June 7th. We are going to have, in conjunction with our morning online worship, so still at 9 a.m., we will have our normal online full-blown worship celebration, about 45 minutes, 50 minutes long, with music and with a message, with prayer, All of those things are going to happen on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. But then, following that worship, we are inviting you to come on out to Windy Hills Winery, and we are going to have a drive-through connection opportunity in the parking lot of Windy Hills beginning at 10 a.m. And so I'm really excited for this because I think it's a great opportunity for us to get together. And this is what it's going to look like. When you arrive at Windy Hills, we're going to have a welcome station where you get to come in. If you have kids, we'll have goodie bag for the kids. You'll get some information, a little bit of material to meditate on, and then you'll join the queue as it works through this drive-through process. Just think of it as pulling up to the ordering board at Burgerville, and then proceeding through the drive-through. That's what we're going to do. So you'll get a pamphlet, a little handout that'll have some material to meditate on, to think on, to discuss in your car if you're with a group, and we'll invite you to pull on through to a place where you can park for a few minutes, read through the meditation material, talk about it in your car. If you've got people with you, spend a little bit of time in meditation if you're on your own or if that's how you want to do it. And then from there, you get to move on to a place where you can ask for some prayer. We'll have Elena there who will be happy to pray with you, to take your prayer requests down. We'll add those to the prayer team, our prayer partners, and pray for your prayer requests through the week. But just a chance to be prayed for because we have been praying for you, but we look forward to this chance to pray for you in person. From there, you'll get to pull on to the communion station. I will be there to serve you communion and have the opportunity just to do this in person for the first time in almost 3 months. One thing I want to share with you about communion, in recognition of the environment that we're in, we will be using prepackaged communion kits. These are kits that have grape juice and a wafer already in them that are already sealed up so that we can just try to limit the amount of touches that we make on anything that's going to be consumed. Just for the sake of everyone, we feel like this is a prudent step to take to make sure that what we're doing is safe. We don't want to be in a place where we are running the risk of transmitting anything. We'll just take the steps that are necessary to do this. And our next station is another chance for you just to park and just enjoy a little bit of time of worship. The worship team, weather permitting, and I want to throw that out just because if there is rain with electronic gear, we don't want to truck that outside, but as long as the weather is good enough, we're going to have a place where you can park your car. The worship team is going to be doing a couple of songs that they're going to repeat, and just a chance for you to stop, roll down your windows. We encourage you, please stay in your car. That's one of the restrictions that we have to follow right now. But roll down your windows and listen to the worship team. Sing along with them in your car. We'll have the words in your handout so that you can participate as well and just experience a little bit of time of worship. And from there, you'll pull on to our exit point from our drive-through service. There will be a chance to receive a blessing there, a chance if you would like to leave your offering. If you like to do it in physical form, we'll have a drop box there where you can drop that. If you still have some stuff for our grads, this will be an opportunity if you want to leave a couple of gift cards, a note of encouragement, something like that. We'll have a drop box for that. And the last thing is a drop point for some items for the Ridgefield Family Resource Center. We haven't been able to help them out much over the last few months, and they've been having to do a lot of stuff for people in need in our community. And so we're encouraging you to bring food, personal hygiene items, things like that for the Ridgefield Family Resource Center. We are pushing on to the time when a lot of families are trying to go back to work. And the thing that's needed, especially during this time as we push into the normal summer months, are easy to prepare meals for kids. Things that they can pop open out of a can, pour into a bowl, and microwave. Things like microwavable mac and cheese, raviolis, SpaghettiOs, things that are like meals in a can. Those things are great snack materials. Prepackaged snack crackers, things like that, individual bags of fishy crackers. Those are always good things as well as personal hygiene items. We continue to need donations of toilet paper and laundry soap and bar soap and toothpaste and all that sort of stuff as well. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity to fill my truck up and hopefully need to fill up a couple more. It would be great to connect with the Resource Center and say, we've got a big load of stuff for you. And then receive a blessing and go on your way. So we're going to start that at 10 a.m. after worship. We are going to shut down at 11 because we are expecting that the winery will be open in just a little bit after that. And we want to make sure that we're out of their way as we respect them. And we're just incredibly grateful to Dave and Karen and Ashley for just letting us use the parking lot for our event. So come on out, 10 o'clock, 10:30 or so. Just expect that we're going to shut down about 11. So that's the plan for June 7th. Starting on June 14th, and this is making the assumption that we're in phase 2, and I'm expecting that that'll be the case. We are planning to have a little bit more formal of a worship opportunity, a chance to get out of our cars and connect together. So once again, in conjunction with our online worship service, which will happen first, and time will be coming out. I'll publish the time in a little bit. We're still working out the details on this. But in conjunction with our online worship service, following that, we are inviting you to come on out to Windy Hills Winery following the online worship service, and we will be gathering together under the tent outside to have a 30-minute or so worship opportunity where we can come together, we can pray together, we can share the confession together, we'll receive communion together, we'll hear the worship team do a few songs, I'll share a brief devotional, and we'll just spend 30 minutes together just celebrating Jesus and the work that he continues to do during this time. I'm really excited for this too because it's the first chance to start moving back into what almost feels like a real gathering. A couple of logistical things that go along with this. Again, we have agreed as a church to follow the guidelines put down by the state of Washington. This means to participate in this event, masks are required. If you're going to join us under the tent, a mask is required. We want to be able to say we want you to sing along with the worship team. We want to do that sort of stuff. So please, if you want to come out for this, we want you there. Please follow the restriction of wearing a mask. We'll have sanitizer out, all those sort of things. We are coming to celebrate Jesus. This isn't an opportunity for us to say, well, I believe we should or we shouldn't. We want to celebrate Jesus. That's what we're there to do. We invite you to come on out for that after you join us online for our worship celebration prior to that. And that should go out at 9 o'clock like usual. So just a couple of things that are coming. We plan those in the tent worship services to continue for a few weeks. And then as the phases open up some more, we will be making some more plans to come along. Once again, the church has never been closed. Jesus has never stopped working. The Holy Spirit continues to move through our communities. We are really excited for what's coming next. I hope you are too. Stay tuned with us. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us here in the office. You can email us at office@ccridgefield.com or just give us a call. My cell phone number is out there. Take a look at ccridgefield.com. You can find all of our contact information. We look forward to seeing you next Sunday at our drive-thru event, Windy Hills Winery, beginning at 10 a.m. God bless you. Have a great week.